Okay, next thing I want to talk about is Google pricing transparency.
Yeah.
So, do you know Caleb? He owns Haven, the backpack company.
Yeah.
So Caleb tweeted about this a couple weeks ago, and essentially it's like, what Google's trying to do is they said, okay, you go to Amazon and you click something. Amazon tells you if it's a good price for that product or if the price has come down. You can set pricing alerts. Honey now does the same thing as well.
You go to Amazon and tells you it's a good, it'll say like, oh yeah, lowest price in 30 days. Yeah.
If you go to Honey, it'll tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
Google's now going to start doing the same thing where, let's say you run a sale on Haven. Haven runs a 40% off sale. You go to Google Shopping, or you maybe search it. It's going to say, oh, this bag was recently 40% off. Now it's, X% more than what it just was. And that is their new
terrible.
their new initiative for pricing transparency. Great for customers. Like as a consumer, look for that.
Yeah.
As a brand, that's pretty fucked up. Like that will hurt a lot of businesses, especially in Q3, Q4, or around, Valentine's Day or, spring or Labor Day, all these things.
Let me ask one clarifying question. Is that do I have to update my prices in Google Shopping for them to recognize that? For instance, if I'm running a Black Friday sale and I don't update my price on Google Shopping, Google doesn't know?
I think they're still going to get it.
They're going through the emails that I'm sending out through like Gmail and they're like, you saw it.
Or I think just the script on your site.
Fuck.
So there is a way to opt out. You can opt out as a brand. And it's a very long, very randomized Google form URL, but I made a shortcut for it. So anybody can go to nick.co/price D's nuts. Price DEEZ nuts. And it's a Google form you fill out. You put your merchant ID, your store URL, and they will completely omit your pricing transparency from the catalog of all the pricing that they do.
I think there's a larger conversation that we're going to have in the next 6 months about this. One of the reasons the FTC is suing Amazon, and one of the places I think they actually might win, is let's say Amazon looks at let's say you're selling deodorant and it's $12 and they see you're selling it for $11 at Target. They will hide the buy box and say available from other retailers and make it really difficult for you to buy the product on Amazon. And your sales will drop 95% overnight. Mm-hmm. And because Amazon's like, if we can find a cheaper price online when we scrape your other sites, we will not make it very easy to sell this product. And the FTC is like, this is bad for consumers. And like, actually, I think it's probably great for consumers, but terrible for brands. Because you're like, if I sell it cheaper at Target.com, I'll lose all my Amazon sales. So I can't do that. And so you never make it cheaper on Amazon or on Target.com. And I think the FTC has not a very good chance, but I think they have a decent chance of winning that part of their lawsuit against Amazon, which will affect price transparency because I think you'll be able to have different prices on different websites then, like Target.com and Amazon.com will have different prices. And I don't know what that will mean, but I do believe that like there's a larger question about what happens with prices here. That is very scary if Google would look at emails or scrape your site and say, I see that you're offering, there's a red bar at the top or a blue bar at the top that says, save 40% using code, native on Black Friday.
Yeah. And I think, we used to have the same issue at Hint, like during the summer, Hint inside Target, doesn't sell in cases. You can buy an individual bottle.
Yeah.
And you can buy 10 bottles for $10.
Yeah.
It's basically $1 a bottle.
Yeah.
In the summer. And then Amazon would price match that. So we would see subscriber numbers would go down as soon as the summer started because you could get a case for $12 on Amazon versus $16 on subscription. And then at the end of summer, our subscribers would come back because it's the better place for them to shop. But what's interesting is Amazon does not price match Costco.
Well, that is really interesting. And I think that they couldn't.
Yeah.
Because Costco has like rules internally where they're like, we can only make a certain margin on any given product.
Right.
They're like, if we have a Kirkland product, I don't know what the percentages are, but I'm going to make them up. Like, they're like, we can only make 20% on a Kirkland branded product and only 10% or 15% on a other branded non-Kirkland branded product.
Yeah.
And so they're, if you try and price match them, the entire world will be at war. In fact, the real strategy is don't ever get into, almost everyone who gets into Costco has to make unique SKUs to ensure that Amazon and Target and Walmart don't go to war with you in Costco. Because Costco will say, we're selling one deodorant for $7. And you're like, fuck. Well, now Walmart is going to do that. So then you have to be like, I have to sell a 4-pack in Costco and I have to make it special packaging. So it's 4 for, $28. So Walmart's like, okay, I guess we don't price match a 4-pack because we don't have a 4-pack.
Right. That makes sense.
So it is really difficult. Once you start thinking that way, it's really difficult. That price transparency is scary because, I guess on like right after Black Friday, January,
be like, everybody's going to see, you just, you're overpaying.
You just missed it.
50%.
Yeah.